today we're headed to Ghana, but not to the typical tourist spots.
Right.
We're going off the beaten path to explore some hidden gems.
Yeah, these aren't just about, like, pretty landscapes. They give you a look at different ways of life and cultural traditions, like, so different from what we know.
Okay, so this deep dive is based on this article. Top 3 hidden gems in Ghana you must visit this year.
Awesome.
The first gem on the list is the Nzulezo Stilt Village. I gotta say that name alone, I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah.
What can you tell us about this village?
So picture this. You're paddling a canoe across Lake Tadane, and it's the only way to get to this village.
Really?
Yeah. And as you get closer, this village, Nzulezo, it slowly appears out of the mist.
Wow.
An entire village built on stilts above the water.
That's incredible. It must be amazing to experience a community that's so connected to the water. What makes their way of life so unique?
Pretty much everything in Nzulezo revolves around the lake.
Yeah.
Like everything from fishing and transportation to their building techniques, even their traditions, like their lives are just completely tied to the water.
Right.
It's recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which, shows how culturally important it is.
It's amazing how they've adapted to living in such a unique environment.
Yeah.
It just makes you realize there's so much out there that we haven't even imagined. Okay, the next hidden gem on the list is Wli Waterfalls.
Okay.
And this is the highest waterfall in all of West Africa.
Wow.
So what makes this waterfall special compared to, say, Kakum National Park? I know that's a popular destination in Ghana.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
So Kakum has this, like, thrilling canopy walkway experience. Way above the rainforest floor.
Right.
But Wli is all about the journey to the falls.
Oh, so what's that journey like?
Imagine, like, hiking through this lush greenery.
Mm.
And you're surrounded by butterflies, and you hear the songs of, like, these exotic birds. You might even see some monkeys swinging through the branches.
Oh.
It's an adventure in itself. And then it leads you to this, like, breathtaking waterfall.
And I bet the payoff at the end is pretty spectacular.
Oh, absolutely. At the base of these falls, there's a refreshing plunge pool, and you can just cool off after your hike and just take in the beauty of that cascading water.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a completely different experience from Kakum, but equally as memorable for sure.
Okay, I am adding this to my bucket list. Wli Waterfalls. All right, on to the third hidden gem, Keta Lagoon Complex.
Yes.
This one sounds a little different from the first two.
It is. So if Nzulezo and Wli are about adventure and, like, cultural immersion, Keta Lagoon Complex is more like your peaceful retreat. Imagine a serene landscape, lagoons, mangroves, and sandy beaches.
It sounds so peaceful. And the article mentioned it's a birdwatcher's paradise. What makes it so special for bird lovers?
So Keta Lagoon is basically a haven for migratory birds. And because of that diverse ecosystem, it attracts a ton of different species. It's like prime bird watching territory. You can see anything from, these colorful kingfishers to, like, majestic African fish eagles.
Wow, that's incredible. It sounds like a photographer's dream, too. All those vibrant colors, incredible landscapes. But wait, the article also mentioned something about a historical fort.
Yeah, so Fort Prinsenstein, which is a relic from Ghana's colonial past, sits right on the edge of the lagoon. And it adds another layer to Keta, Blends this history with the natural beauty of the lagoon complex.
So you've got this unique blend of relaxation, amazing photography opportunities, a chance to connect with nature, and then a touch of history all in one place.
Exactly. It's the perfect place to unwind and recharge, while still having the chance to explore and learn something new.
These 3 hidden gems really highlight the diversity of what Ghana has to offer, beyond the typical tourist destinations.
It really is.
Yeah.
It reminds us that sometimes the most rewarding experiences are found in places that are, a little less traveled. Places that offer a unique glimpse into the heart and soul of a destination.
Absolutely. And, it makes you wonder what hidden gems we're overlooking right here in our own backyards.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we always get so focused on those, like, elaborate trips,
right?
that we kind of forget to appreciate those wonders that might be closer than we think.
It's so true. We're always on the hunt for the next big adventure, the Instagram-worthy destination,
Yeah.
and we completely forget to explore what's right under our noses.
Totally.
Oh.
And I think that's such a shame because every region, every town, even they have their own, like, unique story to tell, their own hidden gems just waiting to be discovered.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired to, embark on their own hidden gem hunt, where would you recommend they even begin?
Well, I think the first step is, like, just shift your perspective. Instead of thinking about those, like, typical tourist traps, Start looking for places that are off the beaten path, like places that might not be in the guidebooks or on those top 10 lists, you know?
So kind of like what we're doing with this deep dive into Ghana.
Exactly. Think about what interests you. Do you love history,
Yeah.
nature,
Yeah.
art, food?
Right.
Then just start digging a little deeper in your own area.
Hmm.
You might be surprised by what you find.
And don't be afraid to ask around. Talk to locals. Check out community bulletin boards, maybe browse local blogs, websites.
Yeah.
You never know what hidden gems people might be willing to share.
Oh, that's such a good point. Locals are seriously the best resource
Right.
when it comes to discovering those hidden treasures.
Yeah.
You know, the ones tourists never even hear about.
Yeah.
They can give you, like, insider tips and recommendations that you won't find anywhere else.
It's like having a personal tour guide
Right.
who knows all the best kept secrets.
Exactly. You know, thinking about these local gems,
Yeah.
it reminds me of something I read recently about the importance of supporting local businesses
Oh, absolutely.
and communities.
Yeah. When we explore our own regions and support local businesses, we're not just discovering hidden gems, we're contributing to the well-being of our communities.
It's a win-win. You get to have these unique experiences, and you're helping to sustain that local economy and preserve, like, the character of your town or city.
Speaking of local character, I'm suddenly craving some authentic cuisine. All this talk about hidden gems is making me hungry.
Well, that's another great thing about exploring close to home.
Yeah.
You can often find those, like, hole-in-the-wall restaurants and those family-run cafes that serve up the most delicious, authentic food.
No tourist traps, no overpriced menus, just pure homemade goodness.
Exactly. And it's not just about the food, it's about the experience. You can chat with the owners, learn about their family recipes, and really get a feel for that local culture.
It's like stepping into someone's home
Yeah.
and sharing a meal with them. It's so much more personal and intimate than dining at like a chain restaurant.
Absolutely. And that's something you can apply to all your hidden gem adventures, you know?
Yeah.
Be open to trying new things, engaging with those locals, and stepping outside your comfort zone.
Embrace the unexpected and be prepared to be amazed by what you discover.
Because sometimes the most rewarding experiences are found in those places we least expect.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to circle back to our source for a moment.
Right.
The article we've been discussing, it focuses on 3 specific hidden gems in Ghana.
Yes.
But what other, like, lesser-known destinations in Ghana might be worth exploring?
That's a great question. While Nzulezo, Wli, and Keta are fantastic starting points,
Yeah.
there are seriously countless other hidden treasures waiting to be uncovered in Ghana.
Perhaps some ancient ruins tucked away in remote forests, or
Ooh.
bustling markets filled with, like, local crafts and vibrant textiles.
Yes.
Maybe secluded beaches with crystal clear waters and pristine sands, untouched by mass tourism.
All the above, right?
It's like having a treasure map waiting to be unraveled.
And that's like the beauty of travel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just that constant opportunity for discovery and exploration.
Absolutely. There's always something new to experience, even in places we think we know well.
So let's keep that spirit of adventure alive and just continue seeking out those hidden gems, both near and far.
It's funny, you know, how we always associate hidden gems with these far-off exotic destinations.
Yeah, it's almost like we just assume that anything close to home
Right.
can't possibly be that special.
But that's so not true.
I know.
There are hidden gems everywhere if we just take the time to look. Think
Yeah.
about your own town or city. Are there any historical landmarks that you've never even visited?
Right.
Any parks or nature trails you've yet to explore?
Maybe a local museum with
Yeah.
a fascinating collection you haven't seen, or a, like, family-owned bookstore with hidden literary treasures.
Or maybe there's a quirky little cafe
Oh,
tucked
yeah.
away on a side street serving up the best coffee in town.
I bet there is.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet that, like, most of us have at least one hidden gem,
Hmm.
right? In our own neighborhood that we've just been overlooking.
So this is your challenge, listeners.
Sure.
Go out and discover a hidden gem in your own region.
Yes.
Share it with us on social media. Tell your friends.
Okay.
Spread the word about the amazing places that are right under our noses.
Because the more we appreciate and celebrate those hidden gems in our own communities, the richer our lives become.
And who knows, you might even inspire others
Right.
to embark on their own hidden gem adventures.
Exactly.
So let's keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep sharing those wonders of the world, both near and far.
I love that.
And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive
Ah,
into the hidden gems of Ghana and beyond.
I'm sad to see it go.
Me too.
We hope you've enjoyed this journey of discovery
Yeah,
and that you're feeling inspired to seek out your own hidden treasures.
absolutely.
Until next time, fellow explorers,
Yes.
keep your curiosity alive and your sense of wonder ignited.
And remember, the world is full of magic,
Yeah,
just waiting to be uncovered.
right.
Softly exploring.
Welcome to Ghana, the land of gold, where the skies are bright and the stories are told. From the Volta's flow to the Cape Coast sands, a treasure awaits in these vibrant lands. From bustling Accra to Kumasista's pride, feel the spirit of Ghana come alive. Every step a rhythm, every